And welcome back, everyone, to the week of Who Would Win. Today's Who Would Win comes to us from Cutie Kitten 101, who asked the question, who would win in a fight? Double D from Ed and Eddy versus Yugi Muto from Yu-Gi-Oh! They're both kids, sure, but even at his youngest depiction, Yugi is depicted as being younger than the Eds. None of the Eds, like no one in the cul-de-sac, is much older than, say, junior high. I think like Rolf and Ed are the two oldest ones, I think. And they're not much older than like 12 or 13. So they're somewhere in that range. Um, and Yugi is older than that. Yu-Gi-Oh starts in like early to mid high school, which is, in Japan it might be a little different, but generally speaking, that's 14 minimum, 15, 16. I think Yugi is like 15 at the beginning of the series. He's a pretty passive kid. He doesn't like confrontation, and Eddy, or Double D, is very similar. He's like, he doesn't want to get involved in a fight. He'd like to just talk things out and be civil and peaceful, but he is the brains of the operation. When the schemes are brought up by Eddy, he's the one that helps actually make the inventions for the schemes. So, there's not much to really say here, to be honest. Honestly, if you're talking about a fisticuffs fight, I'm going to go with Yugi because while Yugi is a passive kid, we did ultimately see the kind of person he did grow up into. And in fact, we do briefly see him in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, where he gives Jaden Wing Karibo. And he sounded like and looked pretty much like Yama Yugi. It was 10 years down the road, so he would have been in his mid-20s. He'd been 24, 25, 26-ish. So, yeah, and at that point, not like he'd want to fight or anything like that, but he certainly could beat the crap out of Eddy. But even if or Double D, but even if we're looking at like passive little Yugi from like the original, the original series, he could honestly probably still beat the crap out of Eddy or Double D, in all honesty, because Double D is notably like the physically, he's not the physically fit of the three. Eddy is more physically fit because we know he plays sports to some degree. Hell, and that's what you're talking about Ed, who's got like monster, just messed up strength. But no, Double D is known to basically be like the frail one of the group. Whereas Yugi, we've actually seen try to be failed, mind you. But when Joey and Tristan were getting the crap kicked out of them, Yugi came to help them, and he failed, but he still actually had the gall to actually get involved and try to help. And that's a lot more than you could say for someone like Double D, who would probably just run away and hide, and probably rightfully so, honestly, given the shit Eddy puts him through. So I wouldn't honestly blame Double D if he did something like that. But ultimately, yeah, for me, it's Yugi, because we're not talking about if he's got Yami there. Yami Yugi's a different entity. Atem is just a different person. He doesn't have any of Atem's actual powers. He's just a king of games. Now, let's paint a different picture here real quick. If Double D became fully acquainted with all the cards that he had available access to and made a perfectly coherent deck, could he beat Yugi in a duel? Well, no, because Yugi is the king of games. But it would be a lot of fun to see that. There's so many cards out there now, Jesus Christ. I couldn't even tell you what type of deck Double D would have. I could not tell you for the life of me. But what do you? That's a good question. In the comments below, let me know, what type of deck do you think? Because let's be fair, most people, while they run a bit of a theme, it's not like, okay, my Cyber Dragon deck is all Cyber Dragon cards, maybe a Pot of Greed, a Mirror Force, whatever, but it's mostly Cyber Dragon cards. My Blue Eyes deck is only Blue Eyes related cards. My Red Eyes deck is only Red Eye related cards. Like, that's not really how decks in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Work anymore. But if there was a deck theme that you think would fit Double D, what do you think that deck theme would be? It wouldn't be one that could beat Yugi, because it's freaking Yugi, but what do you think? I don't know, put in the comments below. But my money is on Yugi. That is just my opinion, though. What do you think? Put in the comments below and let me know. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Hit that bell if you want to be notified. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. I've got to do a lot of videos today. I got to do a lot of pre-recording. So this is obviously out on Tuesday. along with the Lantern Corps, which I'll be doing after my next Who Would Win, because we're in the week of Who Would Win. I'm pre-recording the 2 Who Would Wins going to Tuesday and Wednesday, the What If going into Wednesday, the Lantern Corps video going into Tuesday, and it will already be up by now, but I'm actually not going to spoil it if you haven't watched it. It will already be up by now, but still, I kind of want to just save that. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you later.